On this episode of Too Many Projects Garage, we're going to head down to Collins in the Civic, give it a good old test drive. We'll see how that goes. As you can tell, I changed out the wheels, and the wheels are off the Accord. Since the Accord's going to need some work still, we're going to have to do the head gasket on it. I figure for now, I'm just going to throw the tires on this for the drive down to Collins, since the tires that were on the other wheels are in rough shape. I mean, they're cracked, and I don't trust them to drive that far of a distance. So this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And don't worry, these wheels will be going back on the Accord for sure. But I think it looks kind of cool with the classic wheels, you know, the mid-80s wheels. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below what you think. Anyways, we're going to put the other wheels back on no matter what. But we'll see if we can make it. You'll see in the time lapse soon. If anything happens, I'll let you know. Check it out, guys. She made it in perfect form. Made it, ran smoothly the whole way, no issues. We just checked the fluid. The brake light came on because the brake fluid is getting a little low. We need to fill that up. The back passenger cylinder is leaking still, so I need to buy some of those online, and new shoes, I'm thinking. Other than that, perfect. You know, we checked the fuel mileage. We just went and filled it up, and it is getting 44 miles per gallon. Can you believe it? That's pretty awesome. So very good on gas. Pretty happy with it. And then next thing we need to work on is the Miata. We got to work on that because it's not getting gas. I think one of the lines busted when he tried to drive it one day. So that is next on the agenda. Update on the Mazda Miata. It's been running really good, driving great, except for he just tried to drive it recently and it started pouring gas out of the kind of right in front of the back wheel. We were thinking a hose blew, a fuel hose of some sort. So we gotta get up under there and see what happened.
We don't see anything obvious, but there are two little pieces of soft line. One is on top of the tank and we can't see it. And then there's these two on either side of the fuel filter. So we're going to turn the key on for a second and see where it sprays fuel. And I think we're ready.
Well, anything happen?
You're not turning it far enough.
Why not?
Nope.
It's like on the whole car.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm like turning the key like to start it. Obviously I'm not.
Oh, battery's dead then, I guess.
Light turned on though.
Well, I guess I left the key on last time I tried to drive it.
Maybe. Well, we'll have to check it.
Yep.
Redo.
Pop the trunk with the screwdriver now.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm like
Shove it to the side. There you go.
So we just turned it on for a second and look at that big old puddle. There's definitely a leak for sure.
So the hoses by the fuel filter look dry, but it's very wet back here, so I'm gonna get back a little bit and go ahead and turn the key on for a split second. It may have fuel pressure already, so it's not trying to prime it. Go ahead and just crank it for a split second.
Yeah, you have to get the car press the clutch.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay, it's extremely obvious.
Okay, that's good.
It's high pressure just spraying out of a little split in the lower soft line coming from the filter. So I didn't replace that filter back when we did the tank, but I have a new one, so now is a good excuse to do both, I guess. So
great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just something fun about working on cars that are old and other people have worked on. We've got one hose clamp up here that's the little squeezy spring style. We've got one down here that has a Phillips only head on a worm drive clamp, which is interesting. Then we've got one on this side that's a flat head only. So, you know, 3 different styles of clamps and 3 different tools required to take off 2 pieces of hose. Good stuff. This hose has seen better days.
The hose head?
Yeah, it's gone. Let me just pull off a little chunk here. Good stuff.
So we kind of got carried away here. We took all the stuff out of here and we're replacing the timing belt. So we've got these, this is really neat. We got these 2 crescent wrenches holding the flats on, or I guess it's flats, like hex, I guess, on the camshaft so they don't move whenever you take the belt off. How cool is that? He's about to take off the tensioner and then we're going to whip the belt off. Update on the fuel hose situation down here. It's looking way nicer than it did. Look at that.
We got a filter that's meant for this car.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, but unfortunately the hose cost a lot of money. I don't know why. It's expensive. It's like 26 bucks for like 3 feet. Crazy. So yeah, we're gonna continue working on this puppy. Getting this belt replaced because we don't know how old it is and we're not comfortable not knowing how old it is.
We're about to find out.
We've had bad experiences with these type of things. Not knowing.
Does it sound dry? We haven't spun it yet.
Oh
yeah, it's in need.
That's crust. Definitely needs replaced. Oh, and it's like wiggly too even.
Yeah, it's got some play in it. All right, well, good.
That makes me feel good that we're doing this.
No, hold on, let me get the...
Can you get the other one off? Okay. Get the idler off and we can hear how that sounds too. Oh yeah. See how this sounds.
Don't lose the bolt.
Not as bad, but still crusty.
It's definitely dry.
Oh yeah, not good.
Okay.
Well, hey, I'm glad we're replacing these. We'll see how this does. Oh yeah, that came off real easy. Nothing moved.
I like this car.
Ta-da!
Well, I wanted to see if it had cracks in it.
Well, we can look at that too. I just felt like throwing it down because
Why not? I'll do
throw it
it
on the ground. The belt doesn't look too bad.
No, it probably was fine.
Just those idlers are
Oh
horrible.
no, there's a nice split in it.
Oh yeah. So okay. Well, now we know.
Yep.
Now we know. Well, we'll give you an update once we get this done. Because honestly, it's just really easy. Most of it's just putting it back together. You don't need to see all that. Got an update for you here. Check out the new timing belt. Bam! Fresh. Yeah, those old tensioner and idler was not good, so. Looking fresh, though.
Yeah, the belt had a crack in it.
Now we just got to put it all back together. So, we got it all put back together. It's a little tappy, a little tappier than normal. We're thinking after we put the belt on, it got a little bit more, I mean, it's a newer belt. There's no stretch in the belt or anything like that. So we're thinking the valve clearance has changed a little bit and causing the tap to be a little louder because it was tappy before, it's just extra tappy now. So we're thinking we may need to adjust the valve clearances, or valve clearances. So, but yeah, it's together and it runs and we don't have to worry about the timing belt breaking on us. That's way better. So we're pretty excited about that. All right, guys, as you can hear, he took it for a test drive, which is what the internet said to do. And there's no tapping. There's like literally no tapping at all.
Oh, it sounds great. It's never sounded this good.
Yeah, it never sounded this good before. I'm actually super pleased now. It went from being like kind of crappy to like way better.
Scary to being good.
Yeah, woo. It's never been this good. Super exciting. And now,
First time the internet's heard it with the new stock exhaust. We got rid of the
oh yeah, we got
homemade jobby that was on it.
nice and quiet. Pretty good, honestly. I like the way it sounds. Actually,
nice.
It's not loud. It's not loud and obnoxious, and it sounds cool. And we're working on the Civic now, putting some a radio in, like a cheap like $15 radio or $20 radio. We're testing the wires out. I got Jared here.
Hey guys.
to help me out because he's the radio expert. So,
No.
I mean, he's done a lot of radios. You're an expert, more the expert than I am, for sure. So, I mean, you got the 9-volt testing so we can see which heat. Well, here, show him the 9-volt thing.
Oh,
that you
I'm
did.
sure the internet's going to love this. I'm sure I'm doing something not great.
Ah, it's fine.
We approve. That's all that matters.
So
Exactly.
we're going to go negative and positive. And that's going to tell me that this is my front right.
Yep, and then we just got to do the same thing with the other one.
Pretty much everyone.
And then we'll be able to see which ones go where. I don't think this has rear speakers, but
it was wired.
we'll see what
for 'em.
happens. Check it out, guys. We got a radio. Look at this. Scarlet Fire. It works. The lights are kind of ugly and annoying, but I can charge my phone. And now it's kind of just loose in there at the moment. I need to purchase, I need to 3D print a little surround thing there. Shouldn't be too big a deal. And that should fit in there perfectly. And they're driving off on the thing right now, but bicycle, or bike, I mean to say. But yeah, man, it's alive. Well, it looks like I need to put more brake fluid in the brakes. Oops. We all had a pretty great weekend.
Which ones?
He actually got his bike working. Got all the things, made it fully legal. Colin got his Miata timing belt on. I got a radio on my Civic. It's pretty epic. So that's it for this video. I appreciate all my members, and I'll see you guys next time on Too Many Projects Garage.